static house. It was the kind of cold that chewed through your bones. October in Hollowbrook, Wisconsin, meant fog so thick it pooled in the streets like smoke, and nights where the wind sounded like whispers through the cracked windows of my uncle's farmhouse. I'd agreed to house sit for the weekend while he was out of state. Easy money, he'd said. But the moment his taillights vanished down the gravel driveway, the silence settled in like a living thing. The first night, the power went out. I wasn't surprised. Storms had been rolling in all week, and the old house's wiring was as ancient as the oak tree clawing at the upstairs window. I lit a candle, the flame painting shadows that writhed on the wallpaper, and tried to ignore the creaks overhead. Just the house settling, I told myself. But then the noises changed. Thump, thump, thump. Slow, deliberate, like something heavy being dragged across the floorboards above me. My uncle didn't have a second floor. The candle flickered as I froze, my breath clouding in the sudden drop of temperature. The dragging stopped, replaced by a wet, gurgling sound, a sound I felt in my teeth. Then static, not from a radio, but from everywhere, humming in the walls, vibrating the glass of the candle holder. I snatched my phone, but the screen fizzed with black and white noise. When I tilted it, I swear I saw a face in the distortion, mouth stretched wide, eyes hollow. Then the screaming started. It wasn't human. It was low, guttural, like an animal caught in a bear trap, and it came from the basement. I should have run. But curiosity is a poison. I grabbed the fireplace poker and crept to the basement door, its paint blistered and peeling. The static grew louder and the smell hit me first. Copper, sour, blood, rot. The stairs groaned as I descended into pitch black, my phone's flashlight cutting a shaky beam through the dark. The beam landed on a chair, old, wooden, its legs crusted with rust-colored stains. Behind it, a wall plastered with Polaroids, hundreds of them, all of a man in a black suit, standing at the edge of the frame in each shot, outside a diner, in a parking lot, leaning against a street lamp. His face was blurred, smeared like wet ink, except in the last photo. There, his features were crystal clear. Mouth sewn shut with thick black thread, eyes two static-filled holes. The flashlight died. Something grabbed my hand. I don't remember climbing the stairs. I don't remember the mile I ran barefoot through the woods to the gas station. But I'll never forget what the cops found when they went back. The house was gone. Not burned, not demolished. Gone, as if it had never existed. All that remained was the oak tree, its trunk split open, oozing a sticky black fluid that smelled like burnt hair. And in the mud, a single Polaroid. Me, asleep on the couch, taken hours before I'd arrived. The man in the suit stood in the corner of the shot, his stitched mouth now smiling. They never found my uncle, but sometimes when the static hums in my headphones or flickers on my TV, I see him in the corner of the screen, mouth moving silently, eyes begging, and behind him always the faint thump, thump, thump of something dragging closer. Stay vigilant, check your corners, and never trust a quiet house.